This guy. Hello everybody, welcome back to Friday Night with Graham. That's not what it's called, you know what it's called. Can you see me? Can you hear me, more importantly? Because, as I've just put in chat, what has two thumbs and started messing around with the sound settings 2 minutes ago? So hopefully you can hear me and see me. Audio good-ish. We'll take good-ish. That's not too bad. I can make it better-ish or louder-ish. I don't know if that's better or not. I'm going to stick with that for now and see how we get on. Audio's a little boomy. How's that? Is that a bit better? The sound is so different tonight, right? Well, we can't be having so different. Welcome to Friday Night with Graham, where we mess around with things 5 minutes before going live and then go, oh, yeah, I'm not meant to do that, am I? That was a bad... Oh. Breaking things. Oh, ow. I'm attached. Hello. Can anyone hear me? That was a bad idea. We'll see how we get on. So many settings, so little time. So many settings, so little time. The catch a lot. Good evening. Audio seems okay. I can hear you in Glasgow without the mic, probably. Good evening, everyone. Let's start again. Hello, Average Dan from a snowy Sheffield. Hello, Average Dan from a snowy Sheffield. I know what you mean. It's rubbish when you work from home because you don't get a snow day. So I've got my cameras up here and I've got to watch my kids building snowmen and my wife farting about in the garden. And I've got to sit in here, bloody work. But one thing is it's beer week. It's Beer 52 delivery week, so we've got a whole new set of stuff. This one's called the Yeasty Boys. This is my penultimate Beer 52 week because this cost me too much money. All my freebies have run out, so I'm cancelling it. We've got one more week, one more month of Beer 52, and then we're onto the soft drinks with Pepsi Max all the way. Chasing that Pepsi Max sponsorship. Chasing the Pepsi money. Mandy's in, as is Moralee. Nice to see you. Ewan's here, as is John Edmund. Good evening, John. Applegal's here too. Lee from a freezing cold Bolton. I have to go to Bolton next week. I will be in Bolton. Shall we have a meet-up? Come and meet Graham in Bolton on Wednesday next week. Yeah, I have a client in Bolton and I have to go and meet with them and say hello and pretend to be all professional and stuff. Lauren's here too, as is still John. Smash that like button. You don't even have to smash it. Just give it a little tickle. Happy with that. Anything? It's Bullseye. I don't know why I struggle to remember the name of my own live stream. Friday Night Live. Is that what it's called? Friday live streams. No. You'd think they'd put the name of the live stream, whatever you've called it, somewhere easy to find. Fishy Adventure. No, Fishy Business. There we go. Welcome. Fishy Business on a Friday night. Stevie P. Hello. Garage Gills. How are we doing, Gil? Nice to see you. Where else have we got? Oh, me. Hello, me. Aquarium Delirium. Nice to see you too. Does Brian have thumbs? No, but I'm sure he'd do a better job of sound management than I am. It's so annoying. I don't know why I consistently do this. I get to like 10 to 9 and go, got 10 minutes to kill. I know, let's mess about with the settings. You heard the can open. That's what I was going for. It's a bit comb and tracing paperish. Oh, okay. It's just distorted. Oh, it shouldn't be distorted. I wonder. And I wonder. The main question is, though, says Applegal, how are the fish getting on with the brushless sprouts? The Brussels sprouts, I imagine you mean they're... Every fish in the fish room is taking an absolute disgust to them, apart from Brian. Brian, we're talking about you. Come here. Brian still loves them. He's quite happy with them. It sounds like you blew your tweeter. I mean, what have I done? What have I done? I can probably... Shall I mess around with... No, I shouldn't be messing... Don't mess around with things, Graham. No. Yeasty Boys. Good name. Bland beer, I'm afraid. It's a spectacular beer name. It is, Mandy. It's just not that nice. Well, it's fine. It's inoffensive. I'm holding the glass the wrong way around. It's inoffensive, but just a bit meh. So what have we got for you tonight? We've got the usual plethora of things, as well as thinking of making it a permanent feature. Answer Smash! So it takes a long time. So the Answer Smash is the one thing that I can't use AI for, which you might think is a blessing in disguise. Because when I do try and use AI for it, I'll give it things like, give me words that start with the ending letters of the other word, and it'll come up and go, potato cannon. And you're like, none of that works. All right, give me a word that starts PH, and it'll say cauliflower. And I'm like, what? No. So AI is no good at spelling, so I have to do all this manually. But I sat down, I gave myself a whole hour, and we've sorted out an Answer Smash. Hopefully, even a fish-themed Answer Smash. I know, I can't believe it. So one half of every question is fishy. I think it's the first half of every question is fishy, and the second half is a bit random, I think. So we'll get onto that when we come to it. But the Eliminator has been ditched, and we've now gone full Answer Smash for a while. We'll see how we go on. And I know nobody else likes it. Well, a few of you like it. You've been asking about it, but I like it. And the ridiculous answers some of you guys give me, it makes my whole weekend. So we're keeping it for a little while. Teresa, hello. Tim Benton, snap all snow in Leeds. I know there's people that not that far away. They've got no snow, and we've got like a good... Well, it's kind of a bit crap now, but we had a good few inches earlier. Your mic has an echo. Cool. If you mod Fish Fam Link, we'll be able to use any of the future chat features Matt is working on. Oh, okay. How do I do that? I probably have to do that down here. Is Fish Fam Link even here? Fish Fam Link is here. There you go. I have moderated Fish Fam Link. Is the audio terrible enough for me to try and fault fix this straight away? Because what I've done is I've tried to... I wonder if it's this thing. No, that's not even on, so it can't be that. Cauliflower horn. I like it, Elaine. Gas Musk, hi from Sweden. How we doing? First one out in Answer Smash is Lauren. You might be alright tonight, you never know. I feel like the wrong answers in Graham's subsequent rage is kind of the best part. It does a little bit. It sounds like you're using a dollar store. Do you know how much this costs as well? It's got the bloody fortune, this thing. Right, no, we're going to have to do something. What should we do? A little bit. It sounds like you're using a dollar store. Do you know how much this costs as well? It's got the bloody fortune, this thing. Right, that was me just listening to it. Okay, it's a bit clippy. That's what we'll say. So I'll move that down a little bit, and then it shouldn't be too clippy unless I really shout. We'll see how we get on. Hello! I would say you should fix it. Some don't care. Maybe do a poll. No, because every time I do a poll, I get the answer I don't want. I'll spend 15 minutes sat here going, is that any better? Wait for 2 minutes. someone will go, yeah, it's fine, great, brilliant, and then someone will go, no, still rubbish, because they are like 5 minutes behind. So we're going to plough on regardless and see if this is okay and we can get away with it, and then at a future date I will try it again. So as well as the answer smash, we have the normal quiz at dish. It's your mic. I know it's my mic. What else could it be other than the mic? It's not going to be my speakers. It's not the mic. It's the settings, because I've fannied around with the settings. No one will care about this, but basically, I'm surrounding myself with screens so as I can have my work stuff and my non-work stuff all on the go, all on the same computer. And I wanted to be able to switch between audios. So I've installed a little program that, I wonder if that'll work. We'll switch to my headphones, so you probably can't hear any of this. Or that will switch back, and it's my normal stuff. So none of the two shall clash, and it will just have work stuff with headphones, non-work stuff, YouTube videos, etc., just with speakers and this microphone. Thinking it would be better, but we'll see how we get on. Have you tried turning it on and off again? Yes. I mean, I could check connectors because I was dicking around with them a little bit, but I suspect it's just going to be me using a new odd set of audio drivers as just reset everything, and that is what it is. So, as I was saying before I so rudely interrupted myself by fanning about with the sound settings, we've got whatever you want to talk about in and amongst all those quizzes. That's kind of thing. So clearly you just want to talk about the mic. Tap the mic. Oh, I know what it might be. How's that? I've turned off the monitor. Because when I had it on, it's just too much. When I had it on headphones and this mic, I couldn't hear myself speaking. So there's a feature on my audio interface thing where I can monitor so I can hear myself in my headphones, and that was a little bit better. And I turned that off, but I don't need that now because I'm using that other set. Points make prizes. You know what I mean. That sounds better, actually. Excellent. Good. Well, we'll keep that for now. Can I just get that out of the way right now? Yes, of course you can. Well done, Mandy. You want your points. No sound from tapping. That should have some sound. It does sound different now. It should be a little bit better. But let's not fixate on the sound, people. You must come to these things knowing I'm an idiot. So you have to put up with the fact that every now and again I will try and rebuild my computer 2 minutes before the stream starts. What do points make? Prizes! Alright, everyone's getting their member points in, so why don't we load the quiz up now so you can join, and as we're chatting I can add in... what can I add in? I can add in your points. What do points make? Prizes! Where we start. Is this Answer Smash, or is this the normal one? Copy link address. There you go. There's the link to quiz. So if you join the quiz, I can add in your 75 points now, and we can just get that out of the way as quickly as possible. But what else you might have noticed is there's been no video this week. I've been majorly hindered by the weather and my own ineptitude. What do points make? Prizes! I had planned to make a video, and I've shot the first minute of the video where I think I told you about this last week or the week before, that my pond has sprung a bit of a leak, so I was going to dive in and fix that. So I shot the starting video of me saying, oh, look at the pond, it's dead low, and then immediately it froze, so I couldn't get I was just kind of going, oh, what am I going to do? So I built a swimming pool to move all the fish into, so as I can empty the pond completely and hopefully find and fix whatever it is that's causing a problem. But I've also thinking, clever guy here, I don't know if I'll use it for the pond, but I've also bought an ice bath off of Temu, as you do, but it's like 4 foot long, 2 foot tall, and like a foot and a half wide. It's like 400 litres or something like that. I thought that's perfect for holding fish just temporarily. So I also mentioned that my mega tank has gone for a little bit of a leak. It's kind of stopped now, but I thought, I can get mega tank and split the fish between this and the ice bath thing. And that can be like a temporary holding pen that just takes up a lot less space and gives me lots of more space to fix mega tank
Prizes!
Which then set me off on if I'm going to fix mega tank, should I make it even more mega and maybe make it another 12 foot by 4 foot tank? And then one of the things that's also bugged me about mega tank is all that wasted space above it. So maybe I should redesign it and make it like mega tank 2, where it's actually higher up and I can do a whole rack of tanks underneath it. And then I got a bit scared and confused, and that's a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of effort, and I don't know if I want to do that, but it would be cool to do. So I've been having more thoughts about doing things rather than actually doing anything, and then inevitably not filming any videos because I just kind of ran out of time. I was also going to make a video about worms because, everybody loves worms, but I recently lost a couple of worm cultures, micro worms and white worms. So I also have grindle worms as well, which are slightly different, but so I've ordered a new culture of white worms, which I've had for a while, a week. So I thought, it's a perfect opportunity to make a video about how I do it. And then I also thought, I'll only be able to shoot the starting of it because it's going to need a few weeks to get going again. But I don't know whether or not that's worth it or of any value to anyone, just to see or my methodology for starting it. Because also, at the same time, I'm not brilliant at keeping these cultures going. I'm brilliant at keeping them going for 6 months or so, and then at the point that I think, I've kind of cracked it now, I inevitably forget about something and it just crashes and dies off. So I've had some that I've kept for multiple years. I've had some that I can't get more than 3 months out of. I've had some in the middle. I think I've worked out kind of what my optimum worm culturing techniques are and where the problems are. So I was thinking of making a video where I can't show the full results because I've just crashed the big culture I had. But I thought it might be of some value to some people because, for instance, this is one of my new white worm, easy for me to say, one of my new white worm cultures. Am I out of focus? So on Brian again. Hello, focus on me. The smell of a worm culture. So here anyway in the UK, I'm giving you a sneak peek into the innards of what the video is going to be. All the starter cultures all seem to come with soil, and I don't really like the cultures coming with soil because I find that the main problems with culturing worms is that you're battling temperatures and you're battling mold and you're battling cleanliness or dirt or something like that. So what I tend to try and do, I don't know if you can see this, is let's see if I can take these out without. So the worms will come in the mud. Now I've just put a couple of cloths over there for this, and then what I do is I use these scrubby things to try and entice the culture into the scrubbies, and then over a few weeks, once the culture is established, I'll move these scrubbies out and put them into another tub like this, and that's where I'll try and build the culture from, because they're a lot easier to clean. So that kind of ticks that box of easier to keep clean. Now, the way that I feed them is I've just started doing this in recent ones. So this is just like a J-cloth, like a dishcloth, like a knitted one. So you can see holes in it, hopefully. And I use that as the feeding material. So I have 2 of these. And what the idea is, I'll take one out and I'll just dip that in a tank and shake it around and put it back in. The worms will go on that one, and then the next time I feed it, I'll use this one and I'll dip them in and feed them around like that. Often people will use those little plastic things, which I think I've got on one of the other ones, whatever it is, but like the needlepoint stuff, same sort of idea. So that is kind of my technique in my foods, that for the last year or so I've moved into just having a little tub like this, which is just stale bread blitzed up in a blender and putting in a tiny little sprinkle on top. And that's what keeps it going. In the past I've used slices of bread. I've used bread with yogurt, natural yogurt spread on top. I've used bread with yeast. I've used fish food. I've used dog food. I've used cat food. All these other things. And I don't seem to have noticed any volume differences. So I think the only thing that might be a difference would be the quality of the worm. So if you try and gut load your worms, so when you feed the worms to your fish, the fish get a better meal out of it. I don't have the means to test that, but size and amount of worms produced seems to be the same, and just using the bread and using it sparingly seems to reduce the mold problem. So that gets me around that, which only leaves me with the final problem being temperature. So those were white worms. They kind of ideal temperature is kind of 15 degrees, so it's too cold for like room temperature, it's too hot for fridge temperature. So that's been the hardest one for me to keep going, because it's just kind of difficult. But at this time of year, 15 degrees is the temperature of the floor near the door, so it's kind of brilliant to work up, get the culture built up as much as I can, and then through summer I'll try and keep it in a cool box or something like that to keep that temperature as low as possible. If I can't keep it low because it's a proper heat wave, I'll just put them in the fridge, because it doesn't tend to kill them in the fridge, it makes them dormant and they just don't multiply. And then once the temperatures get a bit more normalised, I'll bring them out again, put them back on the floor, put them outside or whatever. Whereas grindle worms are a lot happier at kind of 20-25 degrees, and that's their optimal temperature, which is what my fish room is at. So I'm trying to maximise the space in the fish room to make sure I can get more and more cultures going, with the idea of thinking, well, if I can keep them going well enough, I can start to sell some cultures as well and hopefully share that with people around. So that's what I've been concentrating on the last few weeks. So I've got some cultures at various stages. The one thing I can't do is microworms, so like your banana worms, vinegar eels, things like that. I have not successfully kept them for more than a few months. It's more of a, I don't know what it is. So with the bigger worms, I've figured out what the problems and the challenges are for me. With the other ones, I don't know if it is just laziness and me forgetting, or if it's the conditions that I'm keeping them in, because I've moved them all around all the scenarios I've just talked about. I just can't go on with them. So I don't know if I'm just doing them wrong, or maybe we need to do some kind of collaboration with someone who has kept them successfully and can give me some ideas. So that's what I've been doing for the past week. I've just not been filming much of it. Right, we've all asked for your member points and I've done absolutely nothing about it. So we've got Stevie P, Mona Lee, Zenny Gingery, Lauren Amartige, and Applegal all want 75. Did Dan ask for his 75 as well? If he did, I can't see it. So Applegal, 75. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if anyone's got any ideas about worms or wants to be featured in my video or give me some tips, I'm happy to give credit and all those kind of things. What the points make? Prizes! There's Dan asking for it. Let me know, reach out, because I probably won't film it quite yet, maybe next week. Or even if you've just got footage of big worm cultures or vinegar eels or any of the other ones, or you want to do a quick minute of, this is my top tips on how to keep microworms, because Graham's an idiot, he can't do it, so I have to tell you. I'm happy to, we'll do like a collaboration like that. Applegal. Done Applegal. Stevie P. Well, it's much easier to add up when you do it all at the start. Right, I think we're good. Adorava assistere astetra. I don't have Google Translate running at the moment. I do not know what that means. Can I copy that and paste it somewhere? Copy text. I can. That's to English. Why won't you translate to English? What? I would love to watch the live streams, but unfortunately there's no Portuguese dubbing, and even with subtitles it's not very good because YouTube isn't very good at translating subtitles. I feel for you, because even if YouTube was good at dubbing it, my accent's not good for dubbing anything. So I'm sorry to any Portuguese people out there who would love to watch. I will endeavour to learn Portuguese. Can I turn on Portuguese dubbing? Is that a thing? I don't know. Thanks for trying anyway. Thanks for stopping by. Show some love by liking this video. Indeed. Do that, indeed. White worms would be good. Never had any luck with them. White worms are the ones that I have had most luck with, but I find easiest to kill. So when they drop off, like I say, I think it's those 2 or 3 different things that kill them. It's either mold, general dirtiness, or temperature. Outside of those things, I've not found that the food that you use to feed them up makes much of a difference. Light doesn't seem to make much of a difference. It's literally temperature. I've already forgotten the other things. Temperature, dirt, and mold are the things that kind of get it. And they're quite a good fish. A good fish size. A good size for a multiple types of fish, so my discus will eat them quite happily. The adult discus will eat them. It's not just a fry food, so it's a really good protein rich food for them, from that kind of thing. It sounds like you prepare to make quick fix videos and lose interest in long term videos. Why not do it in 2 parts? You're not entirely wrong. It's not that I prefer to make quick fix videos, it's that I prefer to get a video done and out because it suits my timeline. I think I've talked about this loads in the past, where the only reason I'm still kicking around is because I make my video schedule fit in with my life. So come Easter or summer or whenever it is, when I get a chance to make a whole bunch of videos, so if I take a week off and I make 10 videos, that then allows me a little bit of time to do the longer term videos, because I don't feel the pressure to get a video out every week because I've got a few in the bank. And I can do things that take 6 weeks to film because I've got a little bit of the pressure's off, so to speak, because I've got stuff in the bank. Whereas most of the time it's, hello, welcome to the channel, I'm going to do a thing, come watch me. And then we do the thing and I edit the video and I put it out. That kind of fits. I know it's not optimal, and it's something I've been wrestling with for quite a time. Because if I want to get this to go anywhere more than it has already. I mean, I'm extremely lucky and grateful, but we've made it to 100,000 subscribers. We've done loads of great things. But if I want to take it on another level, I'm going to have to do things that take me out of my comfort zone. And there's a conflict there, because I'm only still here because I'm staying within my comfort zone. If I make Temu videos every 2 weeks, if I do things that don't fit in with my timeline, I will get frustrated, or it'll become too difficult, or I will just get disenchanted, or it just won't work, and it'll be sticky and horrible and hard to do. So there's a kind of internal monologue battle going on, saying, no, change it up and make it better, no, leave it as it is because at least you're still doing stuff, no, you have to do more stuff, and it's kind of mind numbing sometimes. So I'd love to do this for a living. I'd love for this to be my job. But I'm a long way away from it being my job, so it won't be. We might talk about this more later. I have kind of, if that's the back of my head, I've got some plans that are way over here that I might kind of ease myself into transitioning away from a proper job into more of this kind of thing. But anyway. Would really coarse filter sponge work for the thingies? No, in my experience. I have tried it. It just didn't work as well. It seemed to trap the worms too much, whereas that scrubby stuff, they don't really get into it. They just kind of get on it. And I don't know if I'm explaining that very well, but if it's too coarse, the worms get in it and you just can't get them out, and then they get stuck and they die and it stinks and it's horrible. So no. We used to breed dendros for the fishing tackle shop. Yeah, I had Yorkshire worms. Shout out to Yorkshire worms if they're listening. Every few months I buy worms off them. I never keep them long enough to be able to breed them, so that's another project that I keep meaning to do, but year after year I go, oh yeah, I should have done that. But I tend to just order like a kilo of worms from them every few months, and then I'll feed it to all the fish. They're good stuff. Joy56 says, I'm getting back into fish keeping soon. Not done worm cultures before, so would enjoy finding out more. Excellent. Dan says, I loved watching the live stream, but unfortunately there's no... Oh, that's the... You've translated for me. Thank you very much. Doesn't adding something like spirulina or even other fish food to the worm cultures sometimes enrich the food for breeding fish and such? Have you tried any of that? I have. And yes, it does. So I've used fish food, flake, algae wafers, spirulina powder, all kinds of things. And it's been fine, and it probably does enrich them. That's what's called gut loading, isn't it? So you're feeding your fish food with good food to make sure it makes good food for your fish. So yeah, it definitely does make all that. The thing that I have... The reason I mostly just use this, so this is, as I said, it's just stale bread, finely ground up, is it doesn't tend to go mouldy. When you use it sparingly, and I'm sure it'd be the same with anything, but when I use the same volume of fish flake, for instance, a day later, that's mouldy, whereas the bread seems to last 3 or 4 days and give the worms enough time to get them. When you've got a big culture, that's when I will use things like flake and algae wafers or spirulina powder and various things like that, because the worms will just devour it in 12 hours and it'll be gone. But as I'm establishing a culture and getting it up there, I tend to just use the bread because it kind of does that. Also, that the powder seems to be so much better than just putting in a slice of bread, because again, that seemed to go mouldy faster than just sprinkling in tiny bits, if that makes sense. Graham, no. You need to put up a whiteboard or something to pin ideas. A spider map. Yeah, I know it. I do, don't I? Maybe we should do that and have that like up there or something. I'll just write on the fish tank. Graham says he's very sorry that the Portuguese translation is bad and he speaks in a funny way. I do, yes. Thank you for doing that for me. Right, are we ready for the first quiz? Let me just put it in one more time for those of you who are interested. No, that's the Portuguese translation, sorry. Live quiz. Live streaming. There we go. And for those of you who like to scan the scanny thing, there is the scanny thing. We have 13 of you ready to play the quiz. We're about to get it kicked off, so this could be another bumper month for someone with such low numbers playing the quiz. Or has everyone gone for a little nap because they know that the real quiz is coming later on? Maybe we should switch the times. What do you think, people? Should we switch them round and have... I thought it started snowing again, sorry. Should we have Answer Smash this time and then do the other quiz later on? I had trouble with the quantity of slices of bread for a long time, but it does balance out eventually. Wetness was my biggest issue with whiteworms. Yeah, true. I think because I'm doing most of it in the fish room, which is quite a humid room, humidity's good, wet is bad. So if you're not in a humid environment, trying to get that right balance of humidity and like just slightly on the edge of wet rather than sodden. But yeah, an established culture, for me, in my experience anyway, is kind of bulletproof until the point it isn't. And if ever I was keeping a culture in soil, it would rely on me restarting a culture. So get loads of worms, take out, start another one, loads of worms, take out, take some out, start another one, loads of worms, all dead. I'd be like, oh. So I could never tell whether it was because whether I was going to get another few cultures out of this or whether it was just going to die. Whereas when I'd done it with the scrubbies, it's so much easier to clean. So I think there was some kind of nutrient level in the soil that was maintaining a lot of the cultures, and then they were coming up to feed. But then when the soil was getting depleted, and you can't really clean the soil, so it's being depleted of its nutrients and getting dirty and fouled, it would just crash your culture. Whereas with the scrubbies, you can just rinse everything out every once a month, something like that, and it just continually goes forever. Right, we ready? We ready? Says John. We are ready. Are you ready? We're up to 19 of you now. Let's start the countdown. Good luck, everybody. Hope you enjoy. Question number 1. Which of these is the mammal called a colugo? A colugo. 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 That word. Is it A, B, C, or D? Weird looking things. Boots and cats and boots and cats. Hello! Nice of you to join us. Quick, get in the quiz. We're only on question 1. Nice to see you. What do people think? Ooh. One person thinks that ferrety stoty thing is a colugo. One person thinks that badly burned hedgehog is a colugo. 10 of you think the colugo is a colugo, and 5 of you think that antelope thing. It's the weird looking thing. Native to Southeast Asia, a colugo is a nocturnal arboreal flying mammal, also sometimes called a flying lemur, known for their incredible gliding ability. They're surprisingly the closest living relatives to primates. Oh, Lee says, put that Portuguese chap on map. I don't think we've got any Portuguese people, so I am absolutely going to do that. Thanks, Lee. So it's good when some people are in here remembering to do stuff. So let me just get the map up. Live stream viewers. Add a place. Where should we say? Let's just go with Lisbon. We have our first Portuguese person. Whoop whoop. He's now going to explain to me in Portuguese that he doesn't live in Lisbon and he's from Porto and everyone from Lisbon's a bastardo. Things like that. But we've ticked off a new country. Well done us. Anyway. Got slightly distracted there. What's that done to the scores? Stevie P's in first with 86 points. Zany McGinger got 1 point for answering that correctly. Oh no, sorry. 76 points. And Applegal is in third place. Could be Brazilian, that's true, they could be Brazilian, but he did put up some Portuguese maps, I saw that. He's probably gone now because I thought I was mocking him, which I was not. Question number 2. What Australian... Stop doing the accents. What Australian city was founded as a penal colony on January 26, 1788? Was that Sydney, mate? Melbourne, Brisbane, or Darwin? What Australian city was originally founded as a penal colony on January 26, 1788? What do we think? Ooh. A bit of a spread. Is my big fat coupon in the way again? Shall we put me over here? Let's put me here. Then people can still scan and see all the answers. Does that make sense? The answer is Sydney. January 26 is now Australian Day, but it was the British sending all their convicts to Australia. Zenny McGinger in first place, Applegal in first place, Stevie P down to third place. The mysterious Error 404 is in fourth place. So we need to, somebody needs to oust Stevie P and get one of the other ladies up there. I don't think we've ever had an all-female top three. What do the points make? Prizes! Someone wants a prize. Oh, let's get Mona Lee. That only gets you off the bottom. It doesn't get you into the top three. Question numero 3. I'm going to find this page. There we go. What is the zodiac sign of someone born on January the 1st? Is it Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Sagittarius? What is the zodiac sign of someone born on January 1st, New Year's Day? Well, we try beer number 2. This one's, so these are all the elements of beer. This one's meant to celebrate yeast, so I'm on a bit of a yeast one. This is an Admondson's Brewery Yeasty IPA. You mostly think it's Capricorn, because it's Capricorn. Well done, most of you. So we've got Zenny McGinger, Applegal, and Lemoy making up your top 3. I have no idea if Lemoy is male, female, or somewhere in between. So I don't know if it's a first time for our all-female top 3. Question number 4. James Cameron's threequel Avatar Blank premiered in December 19th, taking first place in the weekend box office revenue. What's the name of it? Is it Avatar Skyburn, Avatar Fire and Ash, Avatar Echoes of Pandora, or Avatar The Way of the Fire? Ooh, that one's nice. Amundsen. Amundsen Brewery Heads IPA. That one's tasty. What's the third avatar called? That's the basis of this question. You think it is Fire and Ash. It is. Well done. The third movie in the epic franchise with a runtime of 3 hours and 15 minutes. Oh my god. I quite enjoyed the first Avatar. I don't think I've seen the second one, but I don't know if I could sit through another 3 hours of it. Zenny, John Ed, Scat make up your first 3. Stevie P got it right, but doesn't quite break into the top 3. Just average Dan, unlucky on 13th. Elaine still to get off the board. Roxy and me forever still to get off the board. But still plenty of time. Question numero 5. Immortalised by legendary space telescope bearing his name, what famed astronomer discovered a galaxy outside the Milky Way in January 1925? Was that Edwin Hubble, Edmund Halley, or Haley, George Hale, or Fred Hoyle? John's getting a nosebleed from being in the top 3. I should have paused it a little bit so it'll give you time to take a screenshot. Who has a big space telescope named after him? I guess that's the crux of this question. You mostly think that it's Edwin Hubble. Have you fallen for my trap? No, it was indeed him. The Hubble Space Telescope, the mirror in the Hubble Space Telescope, by other words, the mirror in the Hubble Space Telescope was famously installed incorrectly when it launched and took NASA 3 years to fix it. Zany McGinger in top spot. John spoiling the ladies' night in second spot. Scat in third spot. Well done. Someone fetch him a tampon for his nosebleed. You could have a 0 alcohol one called a Caniston Creamy. Oh. That's put all kinds of... Moving swiftly on, question number 6. Which former US president pardoned Vietnam war veterans dodgers... Oh, God. Speaking words is hard tonight. Which former US president pardoned Vietnam War draft dodgers immediately after taking office in 1977? Was that Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, or Gerald Ford? Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, or Gerald Ford. I don't know how to do a Gerald Ford impression. Something about the quizzes makes both of my phones turn into useless dunks of plastic and metal. Oh dear, sorry Elaine. Some funny noises coming from one of my computers up there. Who was it? You think it... You don't know who it was. It was, in fact, Jimmy Carter. One day after his inauguration in January 1977, US President Jimmy Carter pardoned over 200,000 Vietnam War draft evaders. Zenny missed it, but retains top spot. Question number 7. Which of these revolutionary products did Apple launch in January 2001? Was it the iPhone, the iPod, the iPad, or iTunes? What did Apple launch in 2001? You think the iPod. 12 of you gone for iPod, but it was not. It was, in fact, iTunes. Apple launched the media player and music library iTunes on January 9, 2001, 9 months before releasing the first ever iPod. So the iPod was 2001, but not January. Oh, mysterious error 4, could be a woman, is up to third place. Elaine got that one right as well. Well done, you two. So we move swiftly on to question number 8. Brazilian metropolis of Rio de Janeiro translates in English to the River of Marvels, the River of Justice, Jane's River, or January River. Oh, that was delicious. Graham, remember that. Head IPA by Amundsen Brewery. Where's the dude who speaks Portuguese when we need him? Indeed. So, it seems to be between the River of Justice or January River. The answer is January River. Rio de Janeiro, known as Cidade Maravilhosa, or Marvelous City, is one of Brazil's most iconic cities. It was mistakenly named January River by Portuguese explorers who arrived on January the 1st, thinking they had found the mouth of a large river. AI robot makes an appearance in the top 3. Question numero 9. Which bourbon maker announced it will halt production for an entire year due to slowing consumer demand and tariff-related costs? Is that Wild Turkey, Jim Beam, Woodford Reserve, or Jack Daniels? Who's going to stop making it for a year? Oh, mostly going for Jim Beam. It is. Heartbreaking. It's my favourite drink. Jim Beam announced it's halting production at its main facility in Clement, Kentucky for at least a year starting in 2026, in part due to adults reducing how much they drink, and also President Trump's tariffs, which have added uncertainty into the sales abroad. Distillers must calculate how much bourbon to make since it has to age in barrels for years before being bottled. But, better stock up. What's that done to the scores? So, Zenny McGinger is in first place, 536 points. AI Robot up into second, a bit of a storm, 475, and Stevie P's back in the top 3 with 436. But this is the round where it all can change, because this is your gambling round. So remember, you don't have to bet anything, but you can't win anything if you don't bet anything. Here comes your cryptic clue. Bigger or smaller? By land area, which of Earth's 7 continents is the smallest? Is it South America, Australia, Europe, or Antarctica? By land area, which of Earth's 7 continents is the smallest? What do we think? There's quite a split of people are going for different ones. Some people are losing points. That's all I can say about this so far. This is what you've gone for. We've got 2 people thinking South America, 8 for Australia, 4 for Europe, and 6 for Antarctica. The correct answer is Australia. Of Earth's 7 continents, Australia is the smallest by land area, covering about 7.7 million square kilometres, or kilometres, or kilometres. It's known as both a country and a continent. But despite its small size, Australia boasts expansive deserts and unique biodiversity found nowhere else on the planet. There you go. What's that done? Zenny McGinger, first place. In fact, that's done nothing. The top three are still the top three. AI Robots in second, Stevie P in third. There's been a bit of movement elsewhere. A few people have lost out on that one. But the top three, it's the same top three. Zenny has extended her lead. Lauren got it right. Dan got it right. Mysterious Error 404 got it right. Strabo. And then Lee lost some points. But let's not dwell on that. Question 11. What NFL team featuring players Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce failed to enter the playoffs for the first time since 2014? Is that the New York Giants, the Cincinnati Bengals, I don't know how people from Cincinnati talk, the Kansas City Chiefs, or the Green Bay Packers? Which fake rugby team didn't make the playoffs? Most of you have gone for the Kansas City Chiefs, and most of you are correct. There's some facts about it. I'm sure all the multi-million pound players are all devastated. Top three, still the top three. Question 12. Premiering in January 1981, what popular prime-time television soap opera followed the dramatic ups and downs of the Carrington family? Was that Knots Landing, Falcon Crest, Dynasty, or Dallas? Or Dynasty, or Dallas, depending where you come from. The picture's either a clue or some subterfuge to throw you off. Oh, Adam got an actual TV question wrong that he knew the answer to. What popular primetime television soap opera followed the dramatic ups and downs of the Carrington family? Oh, I think we've got a clear winner there of Dynasty or Dynasty. It is. Well done, everyone. Oh, Zenny and Adam both missing out on that one. Error 404 mysteriously into the top three. Pardon me. Question 13, while I go for a quick refreshment break. What is the name of the character played by Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible franchise? Is it A, Ethan Hunt, B, Stephen Munt, C, Patrick Trump, or D, David Sump? Who does Tom Cruise play? Ethan Hunt, Stephen Munt, Patrick Trump, David Sump. I'm quite proud of making all them rhyme. You think it's Ethan Hunt because it's Ethan Hunt. Well done, most people. Patrick Trump. Two of you went for Patrick Trump. You will now be shamed. K-pop Forever 11 and Bumblebee. Question number 14. Which piano-playing superstar earned his first United States #1 single with 1972's Crocodile Rock? Was it Billy Joel, Stevie Wonder, Elton John, or Ray Charles? Oh, that one's quite nice as well. Mikkeller Sunbliss West Coast IPA. Nice. You don't know that song? It involves crocodiles and rock music. It's between Billy Joel and Elton John for you guys, but it is an Elton John song. The 1972 song Crocodile Rock became his first US #1 in February 73. The song was a pre-release single from Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. He's a little pianist. Oh, Zenny and Adam both missing out, but the mystery is going stronger. Mysterious Error 404 is up into third. Well, was already in third, but making inroads. It's only like 5 behind you, Adam. Question 15. What animal sleeps tonight in a 1961 release by American doo-wop band The Tokens? Ooh, me, 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 etc. A whim away, a whim away. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. It was the lion. Doo-wop band The Tokens added English lyrics to The Lion Sleeps Tonight, which was originally based on the South African Zulu song Mbube. Such a child. Oh dear. The Tokens' classic single reached #1 on the Billboard pop charts in 1961. Mbube. Why does the middle one look like Drew Carey? Oh, he does a bit, yeah. And the one next to him, on his left, our right, looks a bit like David Schwimmer from Ross from Friends. Or maybe I've just had too many beers. And what's wrong with the other one at the back? He's like broke his neck or something. Everyone getting that one. Adam C. calling for the points.
Prizes!
1, 2, 1, 1 plus. I could really work that out myself. I think 1, 2, 8, 6. Just solidifies you in second place. Question number 16. Which of these European nations did not adopt the transnational single currency euro in January 1999? Who didn't go with the euro? Was it Denmark, Ireland, Austria, or Italy? I think you need to get AI to recreate booby. I should sample myself saying it. Or as Dan says, booby. God, no, this is terrible. I'm going to get myself cancelled again. Which of these European nations did not adopt the transnational single currency euro in January 1999? Eight for Denmark. Denmark it was. The Denmark krona has never been adopted, never been replaced by the euro. They have retained it. So, do we infer by this the mysterious Error 404 is no longer quite so mysterious? They may in fact be European at least. Because I didn't think the Americans would get that one, and they didn't. I'm going to have to design a series of questions to flush out who the mysterious Error 404 is. Question number 17. Actor Timothée Chalamet stood atop the Las Vegas Sphere to promote his new film Marty Supreme, which deals with the subject of, is it space travel, orange grove farming, Las Vegas casinos or table tennis? I mean, the image is a bit of a clue. And that's why they need Greenland. What have we done about Greenland now? I knew Danish was different in super chats, but my brain didn't tie it to Denmark. What did I think it was? Daneland? I shouldn't laugh because I make stupider mistakes than that on the regular. Anyway, what do you think Marty Supreme was about? Do you think it was about Las Vegas casinos? It was about ping pong, table tennis. It's a semi-real biography of a table tennis player. In fact, I'll just show you the notes and I don't have to make that up. Timothée Chalamet has become the first person ever to stand on top of the sphere to promote Marty Supreme. It's an American sports comedy drama directed by Josh Safdie, inspired by the life and career of American table tennis player Marty Reisman. Now you know. I quite like Timothée Chalamet. Zany McGinger still in the top spot. Error 404 and an AI robot making no inroads into her lead. As we move on to question number 18. Which of these actors replaced Arnold Schwarzenegger in a 2011 reboot of Conan the Barbarian? Was it Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Dave Bautista, Jason Momoa, or Gerard Butler? I know it kind of cuts off all their heads there, doesn't it? If I do that, oh, I could make them show more of the picture. Who played Conan the Barbarian in the 2011 reboot? You think it was The Rock, but in actual fact, it was Jason Momoa. In 2011, Jason Momoa was attempting to break into major film roles where he took one of cinema's most iconic characters, Conan. Unfortunately, it was a flop. There you go. Zany didn't get it, but still stays in top spot. Mona Lee gets it. Adam gets it. Melanie gets it. Apple Girl gets it. I must admit, I haven't seen that one. Penultimate question time. Here goes question number 19. Which English king is famous for having 6 wives? Is that Richard the Lionheart, William the Conqueror, Charles I, or Henry VIII? Tricky one for you. That's Six the Musical. Had my daughter was in that and over the summer, and I cannot get any of the songs out of my head like months later. It was Henry VIII, of course it was. Henry VIII, the King of England from 1509 to 1547, famously had 6 wives: Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, and Catherine Parr. The musical Six, premiered in 2017, is a modern retelling of the lives of those 6 wives. Sorry, presented in the form of a singing competition / pop concert. That's right. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. That's how you remember the order of them. But I would thoroughly recommend it to even people who don't like musicals. It was quite fun. Not just because my daughter was in it. Here we go. Final question of the evening. We have Zenny in first place, 1481. Adam second place, 1458. Error 404 mysteriously in third place in 1357. But you know, they could all go all in. Get this one wrong. It could be anybody's game, so think tactically, people, think tactically. Question number 20 here. 20. Here comes your cryptic clue. How is your Beatles trivia? Is that Beatles the Bugs? Beatles the band? Which of these animal-themed Beatles songs was released first? Was it Rocky Raccoon? Rocky Raccoon. Blackbird Singing in the Dead of Night. Octopus's Garden, or I Am the Walrus? Which of these animal-themed Beatles songs was released first? I won't sing them all again for you. Which of these animal-themed Beatles songs was released first? Rocky Raccoon, Blackbird, Octopus's Garden, or I Am the Walrus? Ooh, it's a fair mix. Oh dear. Mandy has no clue, just panic clicked the first one. The answer was... I am the Eggman. I am the Walrus. Goo goo goo. Oh, why is that showing you scores? Have I accidentally added another question? I have accidentally added another question. Okay, tonight there's going to be 21 questions. Error 404's in first. CVP's in second. We're doing very well to catch up, so let's just get on with it, because I've cocked up anyway. Oh, I remember why I forgot to delete this. I thought there was too many Henry VIII questions. But anyway, on January 15th, 1559, Elizabeth Tudor, daughter of Henry VIII, and who was crowned Queen Elizabeth I? Who was Queen Elizabeth I's mum?
What do points make? Prizes!
Was it Anne Boleyn, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, or Catherine Parr? But Error 404, I think, went in with a massive all-in and got it quick. But who was Queen Elizabeth I's mum? Oh, cancel that. You thought you didn't know. You didn't know. But it was Anne Boleyn. Let's see what that's done to the prizes and the standings. Very little, I imagine. Average down in third place, 2496. Well done. Stevie P and 2572 in second place, but as we probably have guessed. 404 mysteriously scores 2,714 points to take a commanding lead. So let's just do a quick bit of live spreadsheeting. Let me just go into quiz. We're in January. We'll move that over there. So that's the standings as of today. That was last week. This is week 2. So I need to move that up there. Delete that. Copy that. Minimize that. Paste. Just paste that. Which means In first place after 2 weeks is Stevie P with 5136, error 404, just average Dan in third, Lauren in fourth, John in fifth, John Ed in sixth. Are that the same Johns? No, it can't be. Strabo in seven, Fat Kids went at Seesaw in eight, Mona Lee in ninth, and Vectra 619. So we've got like three of the Armitage clan are all in the top 10. So, you know, come back next week, people. This could be anybody's game. We'll never know. Don't forget Answer Smash, still to come. But well done, everybody there. Applegal says, I think you jinxed me because I was doing so well until I got bombed. Until I bombed. I didn't get bombed. Adam's never playing again. Dan will take bronze. Happy with that. Says John, great job, top three. Congrats to the winners. Destroyed by the betting questions 2 weeks in a row. Sorry, everyone. Well done, says Teresa. Spiritual Reaper has wandered in while we're doing live spreadsheeting. That's just part of the Friday night fun. Get everything here. A little bit of live spreadsheeting. So, just to explain for anyone else who has just wandered in off the streets, we do a quiz. It's a month-long aggregation of scores. We like to do a little bit of live spreadsheeting just to show off where we're up to. And that's where we're up to. Stevie P has a commanding lead. But the big quiz is yet to come. Answer Smash. Everyone's favourite. Armitage Clan for the win. Yeah, if you add up, or if you all just went in together and played one game, you'd be right up there. Not with 13 points, it isn't anybody's. Well, yeah, that's true. Sorry. Good game. I need to go back to work for a bit. Thank you, John, for joining us. Same time next week. Same time every week. USMC 72409 every Friday night at the same time. Every Friday night. Almost all Friday nights. I think I've only missed one Friday night this entire year. And I've been rewarded by a massive viewership of 41 people. Thank you, 41 people. See, the benefits of consistency. I had like 80 a couple of weeks ago. You're the guys that I really like, the ones that stick around. For real, I lost all my points with one question. It's not all your points. You retained 13 points, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, you didn't. You retained 94 because you get the last question right. I know. Gambling's a right bugger. Do you think maybe we should move the gambling question? Not move them, but move them around maybe, so there are questions 5 and 15 rather than 10 and 20. So or that would just be, I don't know. We'll see. I'm new here, says USMC. Well, thank you for coming. Well, and leaving. Okay. Bye. My name's Melanie. I won't hold you to remember. Well, names is not my strong point, but I will try my hardest. Melanie, thank you for joining us. You could just do them at random to throw people off. I could. Would we like random? Would you like an extra randomness? Because they might end up right next to each other some weeks. Because there is a function on my quiz software to like randomize all the questions and answers. Maybe we'll try that to mix it up a little bit. Yes, move them. No, don't. Gotta love a bit of that. A bit of consistency. Every time I've ever done a poll, it's been like, shall we do this thing? No. Yes. Maybe. No. Maybe. Well, Melanie, I think you should stick around because this worldwide sensation, Answer Smash, is coming up soon. And it's all I hear anyone talking about these days is, have you heard about Answer Smash? It's this fantastic new quiz, which is not a rip-off of Richard Osman's House of Games in any way, shape or form. But we absolutely love it. You probably won't have heard anyone saying that because no one's been saying that except for me, because I love it, because you lot, in the nicest possible way, are idiots. We've now done, this is like the 5th one, and people still can't get the concept of Answer Smash. Answer Smash. For those of you who are considering playing again tonight, remember, you'll be easy for me to say. You will be presented with a question and a picture. The answer to both the question and the picture must be smashed together. Hence, answer smash. So the last few letters of one of the answers makes up the first few letters of the other answer. Smash together. Yeah, we got it. Answer smash. So, bear that in mind. The answer smash isn't answer near or answer a bit close to each other. It's smash. So, if the two answers are reef and dork, it's reef dork, not reef dork. No spaces. No spaces will be allowed. It won't be reefy fork, because it sounds like it's a thing. No. So, there will be some of you who get the concept and also just don't get the answers. That's absolutely fine. I'll try not to laugh at those people or get upset with you. It's the ones that are just like, that looks like it's a picture of a potato and a car. So therefore it's, I know, Broccoli Man. You're like, what have you got Broccoli Man from? What? No. It's kind of a little bit of all the classic game show concepts. Say what you see, smash them together, hence answer smash. We'll try it again. So it's 22:22. We'll try and aim for past to kick this off, so we've got a little bit of time at the end to chat some nonsense. Let me just see if I can line this up for you. So this is answer smash 4. So this is the 4th time we've done it, and we've not successfully done it once yet. I have high hopes tonight. So it's fishy based as well. I've gone all out to go extra fishy. So at least one of the two answers for every question is fish related in some kind of way. I think we can get there this time. I tried to remove the eliminator thing from it altogether. So there's maybe a couple of trickier ones towards the end, but mostly they're just all straightforward answer smashes. We can do this, people. We can do this. Right, 5 people are in so far. Well done. The bravest people so far are Lauren, John, AI Robot, Average Dan, and Garage Gills. Let's get a few more people in there. When do we come back for this? Now. We're going to do it now. Just going to get on with it. So if you fancy playing Melanie, now is the time. I'm definitely going to remember your name now because I've done that thing where you go, Melanie. What's Mr. Chips doing? I should have Mr. Chips down at the bottom going, whoo. You should change the name of yours to Answer Smash, like Smasho. I did think about this. So this graphic, which ChatGPT kind of flaked out on, I mean, how amateurish is that? Answer Smash should be an Answer Smash. Although Smasho, and we need some better than that. But I like the idea. So Answer Smash may be rebranded. I'm open to any ideas. If you want to reach out on any of my social medias, we will have a go at coming up with a bit of a better name. You understand, having it as the second quiz means some players might be too smashed to smash the answers. I think that has happened. Although, I will say, it's like lunchtime in some places of the world. Americans, tell me what time it is wherever you are. So it's like 10:30. I'm allowed to be drunk. It's 10:30 on a Friday night. For some people, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're not allowed to be drunk at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it can't be that. Spiritual Reaper is keen for Answer Smash. He should be. Answer Smash is a delight for all the senses. I genuinely don't think I've laughed as much in the entirety of last year's live streams. Like I say, I think I only missed one stream the whole of last year, and I don't think I've laughed more at anything than you lot of idiots trying to play Answer Smash. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. You're not idiots. I think you're purposefully not getting it. I think you like winding me up sometimes. It's an alien concept to some of you, I get, but come on, we're on. This is the 4th time now. We must get this. As always, on question 1, I will let you away with bad answers, but I'm going to call you out. I'm going to point them out and say, no, spiritual reefer, you put a space in the middle, you idiot. That's not how this works. And then, question 2 onwards, you're fine. Garage Gills. I think that is actually a thing that's happening. We will purposely never get this. I think some of you are definitely doing that. Adam says, attention you folks, this is the best part. Well, there's like a vein here, or maybe here, that's in, you might see a death live on stream. It might blow. Mash Get Smashed. That's where I've heard your audio treble from. Oh, yeah, microphone problems. Let's not go back to that. 5:30 here, not drunk but pretty stoned. 2:25 in California, IA, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Dyslexics of the world unite or untie. First time here, says Bandit Fishing. I would join in, but I'm shite at the Richard Ogden one, and I wouldn't want to embarrass myself. Trust me, there are people who have had 4 or 5 goes at this, and they still don't get it. Have a go, Bandit Fishing. It's just for a bit of funny. A bit of funny. That's me speaking good proper England. It's just for a bit of fun. Although, if you get it wrong, I may just make fun of you a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see. Answer errors. Answerers. Oh, answer. Oh, I like that one. Answer werewolf. No. How do I join? Right. I'll tell you how you join. You click this link. Or you present trivia game. Some of you like scanning the scanny things. So, I need to move my face again. Hang on. Or you scan that scanny thing if you want to join. I'll give you a couple of minutes. I'll go and refresh my refreshment. And then we'll play Answer Smash. If somebody actually wins Answer Smash, just for the first time ever, I might even send out a prize. Oh, this is the same as that one. No, it's similar. Sorry, I have to talk to you about this. So, Answer Smash. That was the one I liked, which was called Heads. The elements of beer, yeast, heads. And this one's called The Elements of Beer, Yeast, Tails. You see what I mean? So I like that one. So I'm going to imagine I'll like this one as well. I'm going to try and be nicer to you this week. You're not idiots, you're my friends and loyal audience. You're just trying to get a rise out of me by pretending to be idiots. That's what I'm going to assume anyway. Right. How many people have we got in? We have 20. I don't think we've ever had 20. More than 20 people for the Eliminator, and we've got 22 for Answer Smash. Here we go. We'll start the countdown. I really hope I've not cocked up the answers this week. Off topic, but how do those... Oh, I will answer that shortly. Here comes question 1. A transparent tank filled with water as used as a home for fish or aquatic creatures. And that picture. What could they be? Straight away. Oh. Oh. The very first answer. Immediately. 2 people have done it. Right, misspellings I'm going to allow. If you put a space between the 2 words which I've told you repeatedly to smash together. No. God. Oh, I said I was going to give you it no matter what. Right. Yeah, I'm going to have to type all these stupid answers in. It's the level of spelling. It's the aggressive spelling it wrong. Umbrella. Aquarium. Oh, this one does kind of work two ways round. Aquarium umbrella. So I've made the mistake here of using two hard to spell words. Umbrella. What? AQ. Somebody spelled aquarium. AQAURMBRELLA. Umbrella aquarium. Someone's just put aquarium. The next rounds will go a lot faster than this. But I now have to type in everybody's wrong answers. Aquarella. AQURELLA. So it might not surprise you to know that the answer is aquarium and umbrella. Therefore, aquariumbrella. With being the smashed part. The end of aquarium, the start of umbrella. We've had answers such as aquariabrella, aquabrella, aquabrawly, aquariabarium, umbrella and aquarium smash, and which is difficult. And I have to type all these out now. Umbrella. Oh no, have I answered it? Oh, we've run out of time because it took me too long. So some of you have been some of you have been evicted, not evicted, eliminated. Yeah, it's that I reached the maximum amount of answers, I think. So umbrella aquarium would have worked, and I did give you if you did type that. Why hasn't that worked? Okay, well, you get the idea, yes? No shaming here. Why won't it let me answer that? Hang on, must be a way to... UMBRELLA and AQUARIUMSMASHED. Yeah, you can only have 10 correct answers, so because more than 10 of you were wrong, it's not letting me add them. So you're out. Sorry. So from now on, all these people that are still in. Try and get the answers right. It's one word, no spaces. The end of one answer is the start of the next answer. In that one, it could have been aquarium umbrella. It could have been umbrella aquarium. But I think in all of them, this is a little handy hint. The question is the first answer, and the image is the second answer. Okay. Question number 2. The art of aquatic gardening, and whatever that is. Oh, that's nice as well. tails is nicer than heads. Remember, you've got a minute to answer this. Oh. It will be the whole words. No words will be abbreviated. Oh dear. If you spell them wrong, I'm going to give you it. But if you're just wrong, you're just wrong. What is catscaping? Oh, I'm just going. What are you doing? What are you doing, Dave? I'm just going down to the shop to do some catscaping. Catscaping? What's that? Who the fuck knows? Nobody knows. Catscaping? Catquascaping? No! Oh, right. Yes, I've thrown you off with the cats, I guess. Plant pang pang. Plant pang. Surprisingly, no. So this is the plethora of. I'm going to have to move my head out of the way just so as we can. So it was obviously aquascaping ping pong. The cats are playing ping pong. The cats are irrelevant. It could have been dogs playing ping pong. The art of aquatic gardening, and the cats are clearly playing ping pong. Aquascaping pong. Cats table tennis. Table space tennis. Right, who's table space? I'm going to have to look that up because you're getting banned. Who said table? Where's the answers? Activity. Oh, I've not found you yet. Bumblebee, table space tennis. There will never be a space. I'm going to get t-shirts made up saying there will never be a space. Catscaping, no. Scapong, no. Pond pig. Pond pig. Or my new favourite. Plant pang pang. Oh, at least aquacatcher. I mean, you've had a go at something there. Aquacatcher, I can get behind that. Aquascaping cats playing ping pong with Timothy Chalamet. I like that one. I mean, you had all the right. You had the crux of a right answer there. Ping pong escaping? No. Cat escaping. Oh, see, I like what you've done there. You've tried to be clever at least. Cat escaping. No, but it's so the art of aquatic gardening, aquascaping, and that, which is ping pong. I threw you off with the cats. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, dear, that was okay. Is anybody still in? That is the question. So the correct answer, you'll not be surprised to know, is aquascaping pong. We've got some winners. We've got some people that are still in. Stevie P, Bandit Aquatic, Scat, Zenny 404, Zenny McGinger, and Error 404, the mysterious Error 404, are still in. Right, at least I won't have to type in quite as many answers. Question 3. Oh, take a breath. Or other animals to monitor health and prevent spread of infectious disease, and that. What could that be? Oh, we've got one almost correct answer, just misspelt, so I'm going to let you have that. Oh God, I forgot that everyone else could still answer. Oh, what's happened here? The timer's not ended. Have I pressed a button? Can we... How do we start again? There you go. Is that letting you type? I hate it when this quiz just screws up. Right. Stephen and Gil, I think it's timed out for you. So type in chat now. Just you two. Oh, you know what it is. You know what the answer is. I'm just going to pretend you got that. We'll carry on and we'll give you the point for the next one. Live result. Quarantine necklace. Quarantine and necklace. Quarry necklace. Quarry necklace. I can't give you that. Quaranticlass. Nah. COVID necklace? No. Necklace. Necklace. No. It was quarantine necklace. So, Stephen, you would have got that right. I was confident you would have got that right. Still better than GeoGuessr, says Graham. No, I don't know about that. Question number 4. No, let's see if anyone's still in. Bandit, Scat, and Zenny are still in, and we're going to say Stevie P and maybe Gil as well. Question number 4. The process of cleaning aquarium water using mechanical, biological, or chemical means. And that. I wrote hospital necklace. Oh, you were doing close. See, some of you are getting this, and some of you are out and just typing in the weirdest thing you can think of to type. A couple of misspellings. I'm going to give you them. A couple that are close to misspellings, but are just wrong. What we've had so far. 9 of you went for filtration. Filtration and onion. Filtration. Which is the correct answer. Onions let loose. Onion filter. Onion filter. Fish eat onions. That's not only have you just used a space, you've used 2 spaces there. Bell peppers. What? Filtering onions. There's no smashing. There has to be a smashy element. Filter onion is just filter and onion. There's again no smashing. The answer smash. There has to be a smashing element. Oh, we've still got the same 3 though. Bandit, Aquatic, Scat, and Zenny McGinger are still in. We're going to go with that. I'm going to have a quick look at the rankings. Stevie P, Era 404, and Straybo have all got 3 correct, with Bandit, Aquatic, Scat, and Zenny McGinger all having 4 correct. 4 for 4 as we go into question number 5. The name for a really quite large fish tank, parenthesis, that I should have trademarked, and that picture. I'll move myself out of the way again. Oh no, wrong place. No, wrong place. There we go. The name for a really quite large fish tank that I should have trademarked. Now, someone has put in a dash. I'm going to give you it this time, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't really use dashes. Because that goes against the ethos of the smashing. But I've given you it this time. The name for a really quite large fish tank that I should have trademarked, and that picture. I mean, Megatalis. You're in the right kind of area, but it's mega tank and ankle, so it's mega tankle. So it's mega tankle. As an AI language model, I cannot ethically smash ankle bones. Bony fish. So two of you, one's come up with bonefish and bony fish. What? The name for quite a large fish tank that I should have trademarked. Bone or bony. That's what you come up with for that. Okay. Oh, we've lost someone. So we're down to Scat and Zenny McGinger and Stevie P. Question number 6. The K should also be captured, quite right. Question number 6. A type of fish that can inflate as a defense mechanism. And that. You don't have to do the capitalization. It's appreciated, but you don't have to do it. It's a new thing of me trying to capitalize the overlapping words, and I missed out the K from the last one. You're quite right, Zenny. A type of fish that can inflate as a defense mechanism, and that thing. I mean, some of you are so inventive that. Puffer Fair. Carnival Smash, I like that one, but no. Puffer Go Round. Puffer Fairground. Yeah, there's no. Again, there's minimal smashing has gone on there. Puff the Magic Ferris Wheel, I like, but no. London Eye, Pufferfish. No, it was obviously. Pufferis Wheel. Pufferis Wheel. Puffer. Ferris Wheel. Pufferis Wheel. We're getting the concept yet. Because Rachel, she's getting it. Mandy, she's getting it. The ladies are taking over tonight with their superior intellect. Bandit fishing, I didn't know how to spell Ferris wheel. I mean, if you have a go at the right answer and spell it wrong, I'll give you that. That's fine. If you put a space in between the words, I'm going to punch you in the face. No, that's fine. I won't do that. No. Question 7. A device used to provide warmth, often submerged and thermostatically controlled. And that thing. A device used to provide warmth, often submerged and thermostatically controlled. Jonathan. Ferris wheel is 2 words, so we'd need a space. But I explicitly said no spaces are allowed. Although, for that one, I did allow a space there. But no. Never any spaces. So, you have to use all the letters in both the words. No. Pardon me. Four, four of you have gone for he turtle, and four of you have gone for he turtle. Heaterle. You have, if the answer to the first word is heater, you have to have heater as all the words in heater, all the letters in heater have to be in that. You can't miss out a few words to smash it together. Smashing two words together, answer smash. So he turtle, no. Heaterle, no. I like thermostaterapin. I kind of want to give you thermostaterapin. But I can't be bothered to type it in. I can copy and paste. Hang on. I'm going to give you thermostaterapin just because I liked it. He toys. My favourite is it's turtle. It's not turtle. It's not turtle. It's heterapin. Heater and terrapin. Heterapin. Oh, it makes my face hurt. Danny McGinger, the only one that's left. Oh. Woo. Question number 8. A large, fast-growing South American cichlid or cichlid. A large, fast-growing South American cichlid, and that thing. Oh, we lost Rachel on that one, sorry. Womp, womp, womp. Oh dear. I've got a favourite one in this round as well. Has given me a favourite. Bandit fishing. I'm still answering, but are we completely out if we get one wrong? Yes. So you still get to play along, but the answer smash and illuminator is you have to get all 10 questions right to be a winner, or 9 questions plus be a hero member, and then you get an extra life to get all 20 questions. But it's just for fun. Everyone gets to play along. Or be no, not an idiot. Some of these are genius, I tell you. So the answer was Oscaravan, Oscar and caravan. But I really liked convict trailer. I mean, it's close enough. Convict trailer. Because convict and trailer, you have answer smash. It's not the answer smash I was going for. So when we get to like week 10, and people are actually doing proper answers, that wouldn't win. But that was an answer smash. You fulfilled all the rules. You just got the wrong answers. It was neither a convict nor a trailer, but it works. Discus memflap. Or no, discaravan. No, because it's not a discar. It's a discus. Caravan. What's a cichlid? I like turtles. Not salty, so unsure. Include some. I suppose that opens up more opportunities if I include some marine stuff as well. Oscar V. Oh, that's so close. I'm going to give you that. Because you're probably American. Well, that sounds very condescending to Americans, but you know what I mean. Oscar V. It's an answer smash. A scamper. Well, what's a scam? Scamp? No. That's as good as we're getting. Is anyone still in? Zenny's still in! We're still in. We call these trailers or campers. It's clearly a caravan. We don't call those caravans. Okay, well, sorry. You're really going to hate the next couple of questions then. That's all I can say. So, I would, yeah, that's... Remember, I am British, so I am going to spell things correctly and call them by the proper names, not the American names. Question 9. Troublesome, usually unwanted photosynthetic plant life found in aquariums. Hint for the picture, remember I'm from the UK and spell things properly. So, a troublesome, usually unwanted photosynthetic, it's easy for me to say, photosynthetic plant life found in aquariums. And that thing, which if you're American, you probably want to spell wrong. But think, oh, Graham's British, he'd probably spell that differently. The answers were algae and aeroplane, because it's not an airplane, because there's no, it's an aeroplane. But I know that my American chums like to say airplane as if you get like a land plane and a river plane and a seaplane. Oh, you do get a seaplane, but you know what I mean. It's an aeroplane. So algae airplane, no, it's not an answer smash. Algae aeroplane, that's just spelt wrong, so you can have that. I'm going to give that one. Weed airplane, no, you've used airplane. Algae jet, no. Duckweed, but no. Algae, see, no. Algae airplane. You spelled both algae and airplane wrong, so you're not getting that one. Airplane, algae, air, limbs. Close enough. I mean, I'm no, if you hadn't put airplane, I'd have given you algae airplane, but no. Sticking to the rules that I just arbitrarily made up. Zany McGinger is still in. Well done. Final question. In fact, you can't lose now, Zany, because you are a hero member. She's in all the way. But let's see how we get on. Question number 10, the final question. The part of an aquascape typically constructed from wood and rock, and that picture. Slightly trickier one to end on. The part of an aquascape typically constructed on wood and rock. JT Keeping Fish has come in right at the end. I would have really enjoyed slagging you off, Jack, for getting all the questions wrong. Nah, you would have probably done quite well. Nice to see you, Jack. Well, thank you for joining. Three, two, one. Oh, it's the answers that come in at the last second. Hardscape picture hole. I mean, you're right. It's in no way an answer smash, but it's an hardscape and it is picture hole. The answers were hardscape and aperture, so it was hard scaputure. One person got it, although I think that's pretty much right, isn't it? That's just a spelling thing, so we'll give you that one as well. Oh, that made me laugh. Picture hole. Sticks and stones shutter. No. I mean, stones shutter, that kind of works, but it's not good enough. I'm so stupid for this game. Can we play GeoGuessr for the... Well, we tried that last week and that went horribly wrong. For next week, I will line up some GeoGuessr ones. Hardscape, picture hole, not a clue, substrate, lens, Hars camera. Now, hardscape and aperture. I was trying to match lens and couldn't make it work. So close. Can you pick words that are easier to spell next time? I mean, I'll try and give you it if it's a spelling thing, but it's like the last 3 weeks in a row, I've gone to bed with my jaw aching from laughing at this. The creativity of how wrong you can be and how hilariously wrong you could be. Oh, it makes my weekend. So, has anyone made it all the way through? I suspect not. Oh no! But if I look at the rankings and the eliminated players, Sandy McGinger got 9 correct. Rachel got 8 correct, as did Stevie P, Strabo and Bandit Aquatic on 7. Error Mysterious 404 got 6. John got 5. Spiritual Reefer, even though we were all freshwater questions, managed to get 4. Lauren 3, Mona Lee 3, and I think everyone else just gave up when they got beat. But thank you for playing, everyone. That's all I can say. Oh dear. It's a thing, yes. I would have never got aperture as I'm not a camera nerd. I mean, I have to make some of them a little bit harder, I guess. This game is great. It puts me in a great mood. Good. Hardscapature should count. I mean, it would. I would have given you that. Did I not give you that? I thought I should have given you that. I'll take 7. Happily, I mean, that's all I want. It's happy losers. You're in the right place if you're a happy loser. That's all we want. How can we smash Answer Smash and GeoGuessr? I'm going to need to think of a way to combine all my quizzes. Eliminate the GeoGuessr smashers. Eliminate Geo Smash. Geosmashators. That sounds like mashed potatoes. No, we'll think about it. We'll come back to it. Anyway, predictably, we've gone over time. A word search game. Oh. I do enjoy these games. It is taking up a significant portion of my Friday coming up with these. Because, as I said, AI is not very good at coming up with these questions. But that's 4 for 4. You've had me doing gut laughs. I like that. Bandit fishing. The location name and a fishy answer that go together, or locations that are fishy related, like Salmon Leap, which I'm assuming is a place in Texas, because Texas is full of stupid places but silly names. So we could have fishy named locations. We could try that. You should ask questions that ChatGPT gets the answers wrong. I have a plethora of examples that we could definitely do with that. We have tried to do some AI versus AI quizzes. They've worked out quite well. So we might not do Answer Smash every week, but we'll try and mix up the second quiz to do some other things. Like I say, we have gone over and we haven't had a chance to talk about anything else, or even some fishy questions, because I know sometimes people do like to ask some fishy questions. So this is the time to ask those fishy questions, get them in quickly. There was one earlier about the Temu filters that I'm trying to see if I can find, but I think I've gone over it. But yeah, type in, get them in quick, otherwise we'll just say goodnight and everyone can go to bed. But the Temu filters, I think the gist of the question was, do they work and are you still happy with them? Absolutely. Turned off my other camera, but I am using 1, 2, 3, 4, I think I'm using 6 of them in the fish room at the moment. They are ugly. They are simple, but they're also kind of foolproof and brilliant. I love them. They worked flawlessly. I found no complaints, no reason to complain about them. The only thing would be is if your aquarium is a nice aquarium, if it's a nice cabinet and lovely fish tank that you've got in your living room, it's not the filter for you probably. If you're running a fish room, if you're running a pond, or you're running some multiple tanks and you're just trying to keep things going, or you've got a huge cabinet with loads of space underneath it, they're perfect. They're just so simple and so effective because they are literally just boxes stacked on top of each other with really good water flow through them and really good water dispersion, and they're just fantastic. So yes is the answer. Jack says, is this a new game? It is a new game, sorry. We have changed the eliminator to answer smash. I've even got a graphic. It's the world's worst graphic, but I've got a graphic. Shows how long I've been out for. I mean, it's late for you. For some of us, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. For some of us, it's midnight. So, you know. Are you the Temu guy? I am the Temu guy. Yes, so Spiritual Reaper was someone who I met at Aqua when we went to the Aqua show earlier. And that was one of the things that people kept coming up to me going, are you the Temu guy? And at first I was a bit like, oh God, no, I do more than Temu. And the end I was like, yeah, that's me. I am the Temu guy. Is this a fish stream? Since when? Oh, every now and again we do discuss fish, but you know, it's more of a chilling out, hanging out, a little bit of everything. I'm more than happy to talk about fish, but I'm more than happy for us just to have a laugh and have me laugh at all your stupid answers. Yeah, what time on Fridays? It's 6 p.m. for me now. How long have you been going so far? 2 hours? Yep. So it starts at 9 p.m. UK time. So it's now 11 p.m. UK time. So if it's 6 p.m. for you, come at 4 if you want to. I do think about that. If I should maybe move this. I mean, I don't know if I can stay up much later than this because that would be ridiculous, and I start crashing into people and all those. So it's my time. I'll fight you, Matt, if you come for it. But 9 p.m. UK time, whatever that means to you, come along, have a bit of fun. Any tips for me building? Any tips for me building my first plywood tank? Oh, that's my kind of thing. My plan is for an 8x3x3 tank for my peacock, bass, and catfish. Definitely going to get a couple of Temu filters to grow my pothos from. Well, have a look on my channel. Let's go for one of the mega tank playlists. So I have an 8x4x3 was mega tank 1. Mega tank 2 is 12 by 2 and a bit by 2 and a bit. They're my 2 plywoody tank builds that you would see. One of them is a bit fancier than the other one. Take it with a pinch of salt. If you watch the Mega Tank playlist, watch all the way through because it does not go well at first. There are leaks, there are problems, I make mistakes, and then I fix the mistakes. So watch all of it to not make the mistakes I made. That's what I always say is my whole shtick is I make the mistakes so you don't have to. So Mega Tank 1, it sounds like more of the kind of thing that you're going for. All I would say is watch all the videos. If you don't want to watch all the videos, join my Discord up here. Ask me questions because I'm more than happy to talk about this. My main tips are glue and screw, and I'll leave it at that. How many tanks are you up to now? Well, I'm trying to bring tanks down. I'm trying to I think I got up to like 30 or so, but I'm trying to bring it down and have am I trying to bring it down? Because now I've brought it down. I'm starting to think, oh, maybe I should bring it back up again. But I think at my peak I had about 30 or so. I'm definitely down below 20 now, and I'm going for more of bigger tanks that I want rather than just having tanks for the sake of having tanks. I talk a lot about this in my book. The Fish Keeper's Mindset by Graham Kerr. That's me. That you can buy at all good book shops called Amazon, or my website if you want a signed copy. It's more about keeping, by my book, more about keeping the fish that I want to keep, keeping the tanks that I want to keep, rather than just, I've got a lot of tanks. And I've really enjoyed that, to be fair. So I've got my big mega tanks. For those of you who are new, mega tank is a kind of phrase that I coined for my big tanks. So I wanted to keep big tanks. I wanted to keep peacock bass, because I saw a peacock bass in the shop and I thought, that's amazing, I want one of them. And then I researched and it went, oh, it's enormous, I'm going to need an enormous tank. So I built an enormous tank. I wanted the biggest discus tank in the UK, so I built the biggest discus tank in the UK. Fight me on it. So and that's what I want. I didn't want 15 guppy tank. I love guppies. Guppies are one of my favourite tanks, one of my favourite fish, but I didn't want like 15 tanks of them. I didn't want 10 discus breeding tanks. I've done discus breeding. I just want things I can sit back and enjoy and learn and experience and just live with and then just be part of. Like I've got my Mbuna tank over here. That's my new thing at the moment. I mean, it's only a 5-foot tank, but that's a big tank for a lot of people. But I'm really enjoying just getting into it. So I've got another tank with these fancy guppies. I've got super amazing rare L species of plecos in this tank. I've got I want the time to enjoy the things that I can properly experience them, properly learn about them, properly get into the behaviour. And I've enjoyed that. So I'm now starting to come around of that cycle, because it is a cyclical thing where you go, lots of tanks, low tank, lots of tank. I'm now starting to try and come back up again, because I want to get into aquascaping and do the pro aquascaper thing. So I need more tanks to be able to practice and to be able to do things. But I really hate the idea of kind of like fast fish keeping, I call it, where it's the king of DIY thing, where you go, here's this tank, bash, bosh, right, get rid of it. Here's another tank, bash, bosh, get rid of it. I feel a level of responsibility for the fish that I want to keep, so I don't really like that. So I'm trying to find a way where I can do more tanks without adding to the responsibility of more fish and all that kind of stuff. So it's tricky and it's difficult, and I do fight with it sometimes. But certainly for the last year, having fewer bigger tanks, just because the tanks are bigger, I've found that they don't need that much more, if any, maintenance than a 5-foot tank takes the same amount of time to maintain as a 12-foot tank. So I'm kind of fine with it from that point of view. I forgot what the question was, but you know, if you move it later, I'll definitely be asleep. I might go on later sometimes, but I won't move it later, I don't think. I started using the inch plant to grow in through my pothos. It looks awesome. Purple plants will bring some nice colours. The inch plant, I don't know what that is. I do have a lot of pothoses in my fish room as well. Spiritual Reefer says 12-foot swimming pool adventures. Yes, so that's my second attempt at so have I mentioned this before? The Spiritual Reefer I met, it's Harry that I met at, I did mention this because I'm now remembering saying these exact words, Harry that I met at Aqua. So obviously from the other side of the hobby, the dirty dark side, the marine side, but that was something that I hope to do this year that I've completely failed at, which I'll need to try and do more of in 2026. Is trying to, I don't not want to get into saltwater again. I have done saltwater in the past, but I wanted to try and see if, as a community, because I really enjoyed my time at Aqua, getting to know you guys and get to know all the people that I haven't met before. I want to try and bridge a gap between, so rather than having freshwater and marine, or freshwater, marine and reef, we're all fish keeping. There must be something we can do in that space. So I thought about after Aqua, thinking, well, we must be able to bridge that gap somehow. That doesn't need to be us versus them. It could be us with them. So maybe we'll work on that in the new year. But yes, my 12-foot tank, I'm very happy with it. I'm very proud of it. It hasn't leaked once. Given the first mega tank leaked constantly and is probably currently leaking, the second one, I've learned all my lessons and it worked properly. Jonathan says, Aquarium Domain is a good channel. Aquarium Domain is a very good channel for watching big tanks. I mean, they're big tanks. So definitely go and have a look at that. I wanted to go 8x4x3 as I have the space, but Mum said no. I'll get to watching definitely. I mean, it is a good size. So an 8-foot by 4-foot footprint gives you lots of options, whether that's going into rays and all that kind of stuff, or whether it's just big fish. It does give you a lot of options, and it's been really good so far for me. I've really enjoyed it. Why does everyone write books? Not everyone writes books, but I write books. If anybody wants one, go on my website. You can get a signed copy, or Amazon, wherever you live in the world. International. Am I supposed to write a book now? Well, you could do. For those of you who are interested, I'd love you to go and buy my book. I'm quite proud of it. I had a really good review today where someone who read it was like, it was fantastic. I laughed all the way through. It really showed the true you all the way through it. Everything I read surprised me, made me laugh, made me think of you, and it just showed your true colours. That was my mum. My mum bought my book and read it. But it's more of a book for... It's not a guide to fish keeping. It's more about my experiences in life and how I've applied the analogies of fish keeping to it. It's not very big. It's not going to take you long. There's very few pictures. But it's just... I didn't think I could write a book. I probably can't, but I did anyway. It was fun. I started late 2017 keeping small fish, but now loving South American predator fish. In 2026, I'm keeping the South American preds with no desire to change. Good for you. Keep going for it. But if you find what you like, there's nothing wrong with sticking with what you like. Look it up real quick. Very pretty. I forgot what it was I meant to look up. Is this the inch plant? Okay, hang on. All right, yeah. I've heard of that. That's not what I would have called it. I can't remember what I would have called it. That was another video idea I had in the back of my mind of all the common terrestrial plants that you can use to root into your aquarium. Did you start with this? Well, with me, I started with a very ropey looking plant from B&Q for my devil's ivy or pothos or whatever you want to call it. And I have probably sold 50 or 60 rooted cuttings from it, and I have maybe half a dozen of my own around the fish room as well. It's been a very productive plant. It's really good for sucking up nitrates and things like that. Bedtime for Jack. I think it's bedtime for Graham as well, if I'm completely honest. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the quiz. I did. Even if you didn't, I did. And we're going to do it again. I will be mixing it up, but same time next week, everybody. 10 p.m. No, 10 p.m. 9 p.m. UK time. We'll have more of this nonsense. 2026. Let's see if we can get some more guests on. Let's see if we can do some more and new interesting things. But from me to you, all I'll say is have a fantastic weekend. Hope you don't get stuck in or snowed in like what I have. I've got a fun weekend planned. I have to get my car MOT'd tomorrow, and I have to get my wife's car 4 new tyres. So this is bound to be an expensive weekend for me. But I hope you have a more enjoyable one. See you same time next week. Have fun.